Runners Group, Mike Brown here again, video number 2. I want to dedicate this video today to Al Sanlow. Al, I hope I didn't just butcher your name. So, Sanlow, dedicate this video to you because you brought up a good point in posting under my first video about snake bite punctures and sidewall tears and also stem failures. I'm going to cover all 3 of those because you posted a video and some pictures, not a video, but pictures of something that actually happened to you in a stem failure, and I'm actually going to show you exactly why that happened and how to fix that problem, where it will, I know you love this word, it'll never happen again. Trust me on this one. I'll do that one last because I'm going to save that one for you. Let's look at what snake bite flats are. As you can see, here is my trail tracker rim. I have taken this thing apart. Here are my tires over here. All right, let's put this up here right beside the rim. What happens in a snake bite puncture flat is, turn it this way so you can see it, is that you hit something so hard when you're riding your bike that it pushes the tire down like this. I'll turn it like this. It pushes it down so hard like this that the tire pushes the tube down super hard into these metal edges right here on the rim, and it snake bites the tube on both sides from this pressure right here on this edge. Will the slime seal that? It all depends on how hard you hit that bump. That's what it depends on. So the key thing about that is, how do you prevent it? Usually you see snake bite punctures, weight really doesn't matter. You can see them in skinny people like Peyton the other day, my cinematographer yesterday, people like me, 200 pounds, or 300 plus pound riders. You can see snake bite flats. So how you prevent them or minimize them is you run your PSI or your tire pressure in your tube on the higher range. That way your tire is less likely to do this when you hit something. It might just do this instead. Those are snake bite punctures. The other thing that Al talked about was sidewall tears. Sidewall tears are both the snake bite and the sidewall tears are what I call, as I mentioned in one of my posts, is pay attention to the damn road. If you're watching the road where you're going, you shouldn't hit big old huge holes or super sharp edges with your bike because you're paying attention to the road. Same thing with sidewall tears. What happens with a sidewall tear is that you hit a rock or you hit a glancing blow with your tire of something so hard that it compresses right through here and just basically scrapes across right here, kind of like the iceberg did with the Titanic, and it literally rips a hole in your sidewall right here, and it either pops your tube then, or your tube, just from the pressure of it, pops out that hole here, and then it pops. So how do you fix that? Those are usually catastrophic. You usually can't fix those. You actually have to take your tire off, put a new tube in, but then how do you seal this? How do you seal the tear in the Titanic, basically? And I'll show you one of the things that I do in my race wheel, in my race tires, is I don't carry this $5 bill with me to buy stuff. What I carry this for, in my race wheel tubes like this, is I fold this $5 bill up like this, and I will put it under the rim in here to seal that sidewall. As you can see, these tubes are tiny. Sidewalls are very more likely to tear in that type of wheel. So what do you do on your Pedego if you're 20 miles from home and you have a sidewall tear? It's very unlikely because this rubber is super thick. This is an aftermarket tire for my bike, as you know. Here is the bike that actually came, or the tire that actually came on it. This thing it's ridiculously thick. You're going to have to run into something extremely sharp to rip a sidewall any Pedego tire. So, but if you do, what do? You do have to pull the wheel off, replace the tube, but as you're putting the tube on, this is what you do right here. Put this back up here. You put this tire, the tube is in, you put this tire on, this side right here on the rim, and let's say the tear's up here, you literally start digging through the trash. Look for trash around the road, look for trash in a trash can in a gas station or anything like that. Let me set that down. I'm not kidding. Come over here to my trash can. Here's my trash can right here. See this piece of trash right here? These are oat rolls. You fold this up just like this. I'm going to grab some other stuff in here too, just because you can. Look at this. You take this, you stick this right up underneath the rim over the hole, and you mount the tire. That's exactly what you do. You put trash in your tire. What else can you use? This is a Fat Boy ice cream sandwich wrapper. You get this sucker, you fold it up just like this. You take this, you stick it right underneath the rim, over this big slash in your sidewall tire, mount your tire, or put your rim back in. Nacho cheese Doritos. Fold this up, just like this, stick it in the rim, cover up the sidewall tear right here, remount the tire on the rim. That's how you take care of a sidewall tear or a sidewall puncture. Now, let's get into Al's part of the video. This is a interesting one because what happens and what Al was talking about was, if you can come in right here and see this, valve stem tube failures. So what happens here, it can fail in 3 places. Let me find my pen. Here we go. It can fail in 3 places. It can fail here at the core, which it usually never does. It can also fail right here at the base of the stem. And as you can see from this tube here, I'm going to lay it down on the table here so you can see this very clearly. See the stem? See where it's different right here, all around the edges? This is where the actual stem part is bonded into the tube during the manufacturing process. It's not really bonded. What really happens is that this part right here is actually under pressure. It is basically melted together with the tube. So you rarely see failures in through here because that manufacturing process is so good. Where you do see a problem, and where Al saw a problem with his video or his pictures that he posted, he had a problem right here at the base. And Al, I'm going to show you why that happened. And it's not your fault, it's the manufacturer of the rim's fault. Let me show you why. All right, come in here and look at the rim. When they make a rim like this, you can back up a little bit. When they make a rim like this, they set it down in the machine, and all these drills are around the side, and it literally, as the wheel turns, these things go zzz, 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 and these drill bits drill the holes through the rim, and then they pull back out this way. Well, I'm surprised I have not had more flats with this rim. Come here and look at what I found in my own rim. Most of these are smooth right here from the manufacturing process. Most of them are. But this one right here, I know you can't see that very well, but that right there is a very, very sharp edge sticking up. That will cut a hole in your tube over time very easily. Let me show you this one. Look at this one. You won't believe this one. Look at this. This probably happened during the mechanical process when they were putting the nipples in here and truing the wheel. Look at that. That is a huge piece of metal. It's almost like a shard sticking straight up, and actually, if I push on that really hard, look at that. Look at that dent in my finger. If I push on that real hard, it is very sharp. That would easily poke a hole in my finger. I can't believe that's even there. I'm going to have to file that down before I put this rim back together. Al, here's your problem. Let's go back. Here is where the valve stem goes in this tube, or the tube goes in right here. If you run it's smooth around the top here, But if you run your finger right here and push it in there a little deeper and turn your finger like this edge right here is ridiculously sharp. That will cause cuts all along through here. So if you're having frequent valve tube base flats, this is your problem right here. So how do you fix that? All right, this is the tube liner. Every bicycle has one. So let's put the tube liner back on and let me show you something. Okay, this is the tube liner that's on every bicycle, and it covers up those holes so the tube doesn't go in those holes and puncture. Here's the problem. Look at this. This tube hole, or this liner hole, is not cut the same size as the rim hole. It wouldn't matter anyway. It doesn't matter how you move this around, line it up, size it, anything, that hole still will not protect from the sharp edges that are around right here. So how do you fix that? How do you get rid of these sharp edges right here? This is how you do it right here. You take silver duct tape. In fact, we're going to do one little piece right here. We're actually going to take it, put it right over that hole right there, push it down just a little bit. Take a knife, come in here, push down right there, make a cross, push again, and then you have 4 flaps. One there, one there, one there, one there. If you want to make it even super stronger, or super strong, where you never have an issue, let's put another piece on there. Al, this is for you, buddy. This is going to eliminate that sharp edge from taking care of that tube. So there we go. There it is again. So now you have basically this tape covering up that hole right there. So what do you do now? Now you put that on right there, and see, now that's covered up. So when you push your stem through there, the tape covers up that sharp edges. And how easy is it to go through there? Well, let's look and see. So we take the tube, put the stem in there. Whoops, there we go. Push it straight through. Now this stem is totally protected in here on the rim side where it was not before. So that silver duct tape is preventing that sharp edge from cutting this section right here. And that's exactly what happened with your tube, Al. It was more than likely not a tube issue. It was the rim cutting into this section right here. So, guys, that pretty much should make y'all pretty educated on pinch flats, on sidewall tears, and on this one in particular. As you can see why these liners are on here, there's all kinds of little metal things sticking all up in through here that can cause problems. So be sure and check your rims for those. If you start to have valve, stem, base failures right here, your problem is with this sharp edge here. Put some duct tape on it, cut a cross in it, then stick the stem back through there. It will protect this area right there. You should not have any more problems like that flatting with this tube from that section right there. That's it, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed this video too, and that's it. Y'all have a great weekend. Bye.